Do you want to know the number one copywriting secret in the world? And if you have this one thing, nothing else matters in your copy. It just this one thing alone blows everything out of the water. So, if you don't know me, my name is Brandon Story, and for the past few years, I've been a six-figure copywriter. I've made over $600,000 in profit from freelance copywriting, and I'm here to show you how to do the same thing, how to build up more income on the side, how to quit your job, how to get more freedom, all the fun stuff. So, here's the problem with copywriters. They strain themselves far too much. They tirelessly hunt day and night for every available weapon in their arsenal so they can use it to ensure their copy converts. I'm talking the perfect headline, the perfect bullet points, the perfect call to action, all the things, right? We're told put all these things in your copy, throw it all in, all these ingredients, and it's going to come together and convert. And it takes a lot of time and research. And sometimes the copy converts, sometimes it doesn't. But honestly, all of this stuff is secondary and basically futile compared to this one thing. Sometimes all it takes is just focusing on the one thing. That's right. It's called the one thing. What exactly is the one thing? The one thing in your copy, it's what makes your client's product and service different from the competition. It's what makes you stand above the competition. It's what makes you different than everything else on earth. Okay? So if you're ever unsure of what this thing is, the one thing, ask yourself, what's the one thing we can say about our product, service, or company that no one else on earth can say? And if you still aren't sure, then ask the question to your client. Then, what do you do as the copywriter once you know this one thing? Focus on that one thing over and over and over again in your copy. And here's a little bonus tip. If you have more than one thing that makes you different than the competition, don't be shy to show that off too. As long as it doesn't distract from the core main thing. So here's a few examples of the one thing in action so you can get a tangible idea of what the heck I'm talking about right now and how you can apply this to your copy. Number one, Apple iPod. Say hello to iPod, 1,000 songs in your pocket. Crazy device right there, right? Do you remember when the iPod came out? Okay, I probably just dated myself, but I do remember. I was like 8 years old at the time, and this thing was crazy. And before the iPod came out, what did people do to listen to music? You had CD players, so like a Discman that's like literally the size of your head that you had to somehow hold on to or stuff in your pocket, and it would hold a CD with like 10 songs. Or MP3 players were just coming out, but you could hold like 10 to 20 songs from different artists. So you got a bit of variety. But like, I remember going to the skate park growing up. I was like 8 years old, listening to like the same 10, 15 songs on repeat. And I thought it was so cool. But like, again, you kind of get sick of the same old songs over and over again. And if I wanted to change it, I have to go back home, go on my computer, go, what was it, LimeWire or whatever at the time, Napster, LimeWire, download these songs, probably illegally, wait for the download, put it on my thing, had to replace, which song do I want to get rid of? It was a hassle. So what did Apple do? Apple came out with the iPod, which could fit thousands of songs in your pocket, on your MP3 player. So you didn't have to get rid of any songs you didn't want. And so they used this line in their copy. Say hello to iPod, 1,000 songs in your pocket. Why did they use this line? Because at the time, everybody had CD players, MP3 players, like I just said. So when the iPod came on the scene, they obliterated the competition when it came to personal music devices. Nobody else came close to that level. Nobody else could say 1,000 songs in your pocket right here by the iPod. Nobody else on earth could say that. Nobody had the technology. So what did they do? They used it in their copy, and they sold those OG iPods like hotcakes. Number two, we all love pizza, right? Domino's Pizza, one of the greatest fast food chains in the entire world. Domino's Pizza, right? In the early days, do you want to know why Domino's stood out and why they rose to the top? of like fast food pizza or whatever, it's because they had a crazy guarantee that pushed them to above every single pizza franchise. You know what it was? What it was? Listen to this guarantee. You get, and this it's not, they don't have this anymore, but they started with this. You get fresh hot pizza delivered to your door in 30 minutes or less, or it's free. Now there's an offer. They basically told people it's gonna be there in 30 minutes, or or you don't pay. Like that takes all the risk off. And what they're really selling here, what are they selling here? Right? They knew they weren't going to compete with local pizza restaurants who were serving top quality pies. That's not what they were trying to do. They weren't trying to be the best quality pizza. They didn't care. So instead of competing on quality, they competed on convenience. And they became the only pizza place who could say, we're going to deliver it right to your front door. That you call, you can set a timer, and within 30 minutes, you're going to be eating pizza. And you're not going to have to lift a finger. You're not going to have to drive down the road to do takeout. You're not going to have to sit down in a restaurant. You're not going to have to cook it yourself. You phone in, pizza's at your front door, 30 minutes. So they became the fastest solution, the most convenient solution. And nobody else on earth could say that what they said because of their system that they set up. So number 3, and here's where I'm going to do a little pitch of my own. Number 3, the 30-day copywriter. This is my copywriting course that you can buy today. So in my 30-day copywriter course, my one thing that no other copywriting course on earth can say is that roughly 70% of my students who have taken this training have got their first client within 1 month. Go look online, go to every single copywriting course that you can find online. You're going to find no results like this. I guarantee it. There isn't any other copywriting program on earth that can say that. So what am I going to do in my copy? I'm going to say that because it's a really juicy thing to say. But I've also actually got another one thing that no other copywriting course on earth has or can say. When you get my course, here's the other one thing. You get a 365-day money-back guarantee. 365 money-back guarantee. That means you can try my course risk-free for an entire year. And if you don't think it's worth 10 times the price, literally 1 year later, I'll give you your money back. I don't care. So there are no other copywriting courses on earth that has this kind of guarantee. In fact, most copywriting courses on earth, you'll be lucky to find a 30-day money-back guarantee. Like, I wouldn't trust any online course that doesn't include some kind of guarantee, because then all the risks on you as the buyer, as the consumer, as the customer, instead of the course creator. It seems kind of scammy to me, but so mine's the only one that offers. I was like, you know what? All these other guys, when I was creating my course, all these other guys either don't give a guarantee or they give a 30-day guarantee, and I'm like, okay, so how can I be better than them? How can I create a better product than them? How can I create an easier thing for new copywriters that helps them learn this skill just like I did? Okay, well, if most of them barely even do a 30-day money-back guarantee, I'll just blow them out of the water with my guarantee and give an entire year. And I knew, nobody else can say this. This is going to help me in my copy. So, key point is here, between iPod, 1,000 songs in your pocket, Domino's, hot fresh pizza to your door in 30 minutes or less. My course, 70% of my students get a client in 1 month, 365-day money-back guarantee. What's the point here? The point is, you need to find the one thing before you start writing. Forget about headlines, forget about bullet points, forget about social proof, forget about urgency, forget about features and benefits, forget about all that stuff. That stuff literally doesn't matter compared to the one thing. Go find the one thing before you put pen to paper, before you open up Google Docs and start writing your copy for your client. Go find out, what is the one thing we can say that nobody else can say? And if you guys can't find this one thing, like if you can't find that, ask your client. And if they can't find it, hunt for it together. You need to figure out what this thing is. You need to find it. And, it might not always be some crazy blockbuster thing like Apple's like 1,000 songs in your pocket when nobody else can say that. Like that's a spectacle. What they did. It's not going to always be this crazy, insane thing. But it might be something like, hey, we're the number one rated movie company in this city for 5 years in a row. It could be, hey, we've been serving um, this region or city for 40 years, right? So first one plays off of like how they were rated in the city. Second one plays off of how long they've been in business. They're basically saying we're the OG. Nobody's been in business this long. Nobody's been in business as long as us in the city. Nobody's been doing this XYZ thing. Um, it could be something like, hey, we're the only organic dog food company in Belgium. If like this is where research comes in. This is the research side of copywriting. You find out what the one thing is, boom, you're done. There's your copy right there. Just repeat this thing over and over and over again. Like like just keep hammering this over and over again, right? You want to find out what is the only thing you can say. And here's a bonus tip. Actually, I didn't write this out. Here's a bonus tip. If you can't find it in research, if your client can't find it and you ask them, if you guys are putting your heads together like, I don't know what the one thing is we can say, hint, hint, you're probably a commodity then, and you better create something that makes you different. They're probably a commodity, and they might get some business, but commodities aren't gonna create a thriving business, right? Unless you're like Coca-Cola and you can create, you know, tons of soda pop for the whole entire world. Um, you need to find the one thing. If you can't find it, this is the bonus tip. Go create it. How can you adjust their offer? How can you encourage them to update their product? In your research as a copywriter, you should be looking at all of their competition. You should be looking at the entire market. And you should see what is different about their products. Why are people buying their products or services? And if you guys can't figure out what the one thing is, go create it. Go encourage your client to improve their product and make it a unicorn. Make it different. Make it stand out. And if you can, this is what the easiest place to start for you as the copywriter. Tweak the offer. Make an offer so good that the customer can't refuse. Like Domino's. Domino's didn't. Their product was speedy service, so they tapped into getting to your door quickly. But they also made sure to mention that in the offer. Like their offer is what made it. You get a pizza in 30 minutes, or it's free. So try to work on that if you cannot find it. It makes writing copy a breeze. It makes selling a breeze. And it makes you as a copywriter lots of money because you make lots of money for your clients and you're going to get a piece of that pie. So just remember, find the one thing, you're going to find more conversions. P.S. If you want to check out the only copywriting program on earth that has about 70% of its students landing their first client in 30 days and comes with a 365-day money-back guarantee, click the link in the description below. Thanks a lot and have a great day.